even need a medical degree to know that one, right? Tonight. Because no pressure is the mnemonic, the memory device, the acronym that we use to talk about 10 natural strategies to control blood pressure. Okay? Here's the list right here. Okay? We're going to spend a little time with each of these. The plan, if you're wondering what our plan is we're going to spend about another 30 minutes talking about some of these different 10 things. Then we'll take about 20 minutes or so to give you an opportunity to ask any questions that you might have, okay? So that's the game plan. The plan is to be finished right around 8 p.m., okay? So if anyone's wondering what the schedule's like. So we're going to talk about not all of these in detail, but we'll touch on a number of them, and then if you have one that you're especially interested in, ask me, and we could go over it in more detail. So N is for what? Nutrition. What is O for? That's right, optimal choice of beverages. P is for physical exercise or physical activity. E, you say, wait a minute, Dr. Rose, you can't spell. What did I skip? Yes, I skipped R for rest. Now, that might have been a deliberate skipping because maybe I don't want to give any of you permission to sleep during the lecture. Did you think about that? Okay? But rest is a natural remedy for high blood pressure. E is for environment. That might be surprising, but we can talk some about that in some detail. S is for stress management, the first S. Second S is for social support or social connectedness. U is for the use of natural adjuncts, natural therapies, herbs, supplements. We'll talk some about those if you're interested. And then we have this interesting one, refraining from pressors. Do any of you know what a pressor is? Actually, yeah, there's a number of things. Pressor is something that can raise your blood pressure. So it could be a temptation. But usually we use pressors for things that raise blood pressure. Do you know what one of the most common pressors in America is? It's actually a class of over-the-counter medications. They're called non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Things like ibuprofen and naproxen. Maybe you know the brand names like Motrin or Aleve or Nuprin. Are you following along with me? Those things can raise blood pressure in susceptible people as much as 15 points. By the way, since we're speaking of raising blood pressure, let's talk about lowering blood pressure. Since I mentioned medications raising it, how much does the average medication, average dosage of an average blood pressure medication, lower blood pressure, do you have any idea? Yeah, probably 5, 10, 8 or 10, somewhere in that ballpark, okay? So think about it. You could be taking ibuprofen every day because you've got back pain, and that is you're going to need at least 2 medicines to offset that. So we can talk about some natural strategies for pain if that's something you're interested in. The last one on the list is exercising faith in God. This is not a religious talk tonight, but starting Friday night, I'm going to be doing a series of 3 weekends where we're going to look at what I call the resiliency code. We're going to talk about how you can, in this crazy world, how you can keep your bearings straight. And we're going to actually look and see that the Bible has some amazing things to say about whole person health. So we're going to especially focus on Bible prophecy. A lot of people think that's very scary. They say, how could that help me? We're going to show how even the book of Revelation in particular has some really exciting things to say about whole person health. So if you know of anyone who's been wondering about what's happening in our world and they're feeling stressed, maybe they just lost their job, maybe they're wondering about their Social Security check or their Medicaid or a whole host of things, invite them to come Friday night because we're going to talk about some amazing things. You say, but Dr. DeRose, they're not even Christian. They don't like the Bible. Well, I'm going to be speaking to people across the whole spectrum. Tonight our focus, though, is not on the Bible things. That I'm going to deal with Friday night. But we're going to have a bonus health component on the weekend series as well. And that's where we're going to have this contest with the $100 prizes. Okay, let's look at some examples. We do have the book if you want to go into detail about this. This is a book I had the privilege of co-authoring with Dr. Greg Steinke and a nurse practitioner named Trudy Lee. And this book for many years was on the top, the bestsellers list, top 10 blood pressure book on Amazon for a number of years. It's been out for about 8 or 10 years now. So there's other newer books that people are buying. We still sell a lot of these books. It's got over 1,200 reviews. So a lot of people have bought the book and benefited from it. So we do have them on sale here tonight. Of course, you can buy them from Amazon. I know some of you like to support Amazon. But we have them on sale for $15 tonight. Rather, I think they sell for about $20 on Amazon. Okay, well you say, well, how much difference would it make if you applied the principles in the book? This we actually did. We did some community programs, and these are the first 3 pilot community groups we did using the book and some related video content. And you can see here, on average, those with elevated systolic blood pressures, whose blood pressures averaged around 157 before the program. After this 30-day intervention, you can see what happened, down to 140 on average. So how much did they lower their blood pressure? About 17 points. That's exactly right. So, and this is with just lifestyle and other natural therapies. You can see the lower number went down about 8 points. Okay, so here's what we've got for you. Say, Dr. Dureau, I knew there was a catch. He wants us to buy his books. I don't care whether you buy the books or not. If it's a resource for you, it'll be a blessing. If you don't want the book, that's fine. We got something free for you. And this is what our 10-day health challenge is going to be based on. This is a 30-day program, and if I would encourage you to sign up for it sooner rather than later. But the official start date for this program is going to be Sunday, November 9th. Okay, that's going to be the official day one. And people that come for the weekend program, we're going to support them on this health journey. We're going to help them launch on this. Here's how it works. If you go to timelesshealinginsights.org/30, you can sign up for the program. You can see it there, 30 Days to Better Health. That's what it's called. And every day, you're going to get a link to a short video. Now, I know when some people hear short video today, they think, oh, well, less than 60 seconds. Well, these aren't that short. They average about 6 minutes, okay? So how many of you think over the course of 10 days, you could spend 6 minutes a day watching a video? How long would that take, by the way? Take about an hour, right, over the course of a week, right? 6 minutes a day for 10 days, a week and a half. Okay. So all you got to do is watch the videos and then put into practice something that's mentioned in that video. Some of them are very simple things. Some of the things you just have to do once a week. And like I said, come over the weekend. We're going to have some sheets, checklists. And the people that fill out that checklist for 10 days, there'll be a drawing for $300 prizes. And then we're also going to give out $200 prizes for those who write what happened to them in 10 days, those who have the most remarkable experience to me. Okay, I'll be the final arbiter. If it's challenging to me, maybe I'll even give the group some say in it. But if someone says, I lost 100 pounds in 10 days, I would say they obviously had surgery or something. Maybe they had a couple of their legs amputated, and we would want to give them the 100 out of sympathy. But no, we want people to be honest, okay? There's no one that's going to lose 100 pounds in 10 days. Okay, anyway, that's where you find it, timelesshealinginsights.org/30. Okay, let's talk now about some practical things you can do in the 20 minutes or so before we take your questions. Let's start with nutrition, and I want to talk with you about 3 different areas of nutrition that can help you with your blood pressure. You see them summarized right here. Increasing your